He's Zeeshan Siddique, the son of former Minister Baba Siddique. In himself, of course, now is going to be venturing out as far as politics is concerned, has joined the NCP. And in fact, Zeeshan, let me thank you for joining us here on Times Now. And let me begin by asking you about the political start that you have taken today, the political plunge that you have taken today. Take us through what this really means to you and what really has driven this move.
See, it's a very emotional day for me and the family today because I've got the nomination, the AB form from NCP. I'd like to thank Ajit Pawar Dada, Praful Patel ji, Sunil Tatkade ji and the entire NCP family for believing in me in these tough times, because our previous allies, their hypocrisy levels was just at its peak and they just started to politicize this entire issue. And in these tough times also politics was played, and that's very unfortunate to say the least. And I'm very grateful to Ajit Dada for giving me this opportunity to listen to the people of Andhra East, that they want me as an MLA yet again, and I'm ready to fight the elections. My father Baba Siddique ji always had a dream for us to win these elections again, and now I have to continue the fight and take the battleground.
Right. And your father, as you mentioned, Baba Siddique, had also joined the NCP before his tragic death. As you consider your political future, what role will his legacy play in your decision-making process?
See, to be honest, because of the urgency of the elections, am I even thinking of all this? Losing a father is something I never even in my wildest dreams did I ever imagine that today I'll be going into elections and I wouldn't be having my father with me, because my father is someone who I shared a very close bond with. And today, ideally, if I would come home with the AB form, he would hug me in public, kiss me in public, and that's how our bond was. But now, as you rightly said, that he's not with me, so I'm not really thinking too far. I know that he lost his life fighting for the people, fighting for the poor people and the marginalized of the society, and I'll continue doing so. And right now I'm just looking at winning the Bandra East elections with a record number, because the people are with me and the people know the sacrifices my family has made and the work we've done in the past 5 years.
Well, undoubtedly losing a father is tough for anybody, and certainly to that extent it is going to be a very difficult time for you and the family. May God give you the strength to handle that. But Zeeshan, do you also miss the fact that he was perhaps your political guru in the sense, somebody who could have guided you in the political field with his own experiences, and he could have shared that with you? Is that something that is that a void that you feel?
See, that's a void that's not going to be filled now, not tomorrow, not day after, not in the next 5 years or the next 50 years. I never imagined living my life without my father. He's someone who's taught me how to walk, taught me how to speak, and taught me how to fight, the forces that are driving and trying to snatch away rights from the poor people. So his blood is running through my veins. I look up to him for any signs, and I look up to him to guide me. And he's not with me in person. He's never going to be with me in person, but I don't know. I don't know how life is going to be. Obviously, my house is never going to be the same. My mother, my sister, things are never going to be the same. And with the way these things unfolded, if it was a natural way, probably we could at least come in terms to it. But the way his life was taken away, to say, his life cannot go. It cannot go in vain. So he's brought me up in a way to never leave the battleground till the war is done, and I feel like I have to continue the fight and win the fight for my father and for the people of Bandra East.
Right. And do you see your father's tragic death in any way affecting your campaign, your connection with the voters in Bandra East?
As I said, that I haven't thought anything about the elections as of now. I know that I'm contesting the elections. I know his tragic death has affected and shattered me and my family and his supporters in Bandra East, in Bandra West, in Mumbai, in India, and the world, to say. And his presence will be missed by all. After his death, people have messaged me, random people have messaged me that they're not getting sleep, their daughters are not getting sleep because he paid their fees, their mothers are not getting sleep because he paid for for their hospital bills. So he was a man of honor. He did everything for the community, for the society, and his presence will not only be missed by me, but by all the people. And obviously things will be different, but I know he's up there guiding me towards the right path like always.
Right. In a recent social media post, you've suggested that your father lost his life while protecting and saving the lives and homes of poor innocent people. Could you elaborate on what you really meant by that? Because do you believe there's a bigger conspiracy that's at play? Because multiple theories have been, put out in the media and social media as to what really caused that murder.
See, to be honest, while we were taking Dad to the hospital, media reports started playing certain narratives which could be to mislead people. I don't know what was happening because that time I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I still am not, I probably will not be, but it's only up to me to call a spade. And I think everyone knows that, whenever there was a problem, whenever there was someone who's facing a problem, be it for his house, be it for anything, they would come to me and Dad. And my father, I think that, obviously he lost his life saving the rights of people and their homes. And there are lots of things and there are lots of doubts and inclinations we as a family have had. And we put that across to the Mumbai police. And I would like to believe, and I strongly have, demanded for justice, not only for my father, but for my family and for his supporters all across the world. And this was carried out in such an inhumane manner that no human can do this to, shatter someone's family and put them in darkness. So justice has to prevail, and I'm hoping it happens soon.
Also, Zeeshan, you have earlier raised concerns over the actions of your father's security guard during the attack. You've even reportedly expressed disappointment that no action was taken against the guard for being unable to safeguard your father's life. Do you feel that there are some lapses on part of the government or the security arrangement so far in terms of the investigation, and can you share those concerns?
Like I said that was I have already given my statement to the Mumbai police. I have not called for action or say, because see, my father was a large-hearted, lion-hearted, kind man. So calling for action on a particular person is not going to bring my father back. Obviously, we call for action to the killers, to the conspirators, to everyone who mediated and everyone who made this happen. And I think Mumbai police is able enough to take whatever action they want to take against whoever they think was lax about it. And detailed inquiry must be done and made public also in due time about what lapses were there, what security lapses were there, why in a place like Mumbai, in the middle of the heart of Bandra, this has happened. And obviously a lot of answers have to be given. We as a family are also waiting for a lot of answers, but we believe in the law and order, we believe in the judicial system, and justice has to prevail for the betterment of everyone.
Right. And also, Zeeshan, your father, apart from being a politician, is also someone who's believed to be very close and is known to be very close to several big Bollywood personalities, including Salman Khan. Now, the threats against Salman Khan are known. They are there in the public domain. Do you feel that that is something that has played a role over here?
See, to be honest, I could think of it in another way, or I could think of the same way you're talking about. But it doesn't matter what I think, it matters what the police think and what comes up in their investigation. So, whatever we thought, we have given it out to the Mumbai police in our statement, but different angles must be considered. Just a narrative which people think would be convenient should be avoided, and all angles should be covered, is all I was saying, because I strongly believe my father lost his life fighting for the poor people, fighting for their houses, and that's why I'm here. I'm probably alive for a reason, because I've also heard from you guys, or not on you guys per se, but my media friends, that both of us were on target. So, while in his last moments also my father protected me.
Yeah.
And if I'm alive for a reason, and that is to protect the poor people and, continue the fight which my father has always fought all his life.
But Zeeshan, are you concerned about your security? Because obviously if you hear things about, threats against yourself, it would be a matter of concern. And of course, so soon after this tragic event that has taken place, is this something that has concerned around you as well, and the larger question about the safety of leaders in Maharashtra and in Bombay particularly?
See, let me tell you one thing. When a person loses something which holds the most value to them, after that, fear is very non-consequential. I've lost my father. My house has lost its crown. Now what do I have to lose? I'm not exactly scared or anything of that sort. Nor am I trying to incite anyone, but I'm very blank at this moment, very perturbed about what has happened. And no, I've already lost my father. I don't think there's much more to lose.
Right. I would like to come back to your political battle that you're looking at now. The Shiv Sena UBT has fielded Varun Sardesai from Bandra East. How far do you see this as a challenge? Because you have been critical of Varun Sardesai in the recent past, and he is related to Aditya Thackeray. We are told that Aditya Thackeray in his statement has also said that your comments were immature. What would you say in terms of the response to Aditya Thackeray, and also how seriously you're taking Varun Sardesai as an opponent?
See, to be honest, I don't know Varun Sardesai personally, nor do I know about him, nor have I read about him or learned about him. I know that he doesn't live around, but I don't know much about him. As per Shiv Sena, but we have fought them in 2019 when I was in Congress in alliance with the NCP, the symbol that I'm about to fight on now. And at that time we were fighting the sitting mayor. Everyone called it a tough battle, but we pulled it through because the people of Andhra East believed in me. And I'm sure that this time it will be a record margin. I don't know what Aditya has said, because to be honest, I'm just trying to give as much as time to the election campaign, to my people, and on my house as well, my mother and my sister. And I obviously did take their permission before fighting these elections, and they were on the same page that, you know, my father would have definitely wanted me to fight and, you know, continue the fight for the poor people. And that's where I am right now. As per SSUBT, Varun, Aditya, I have nothing to say. It's their prerogative to fight the elections, and they're doing so. I'm going to fight my election, and I know the people are with me, and I'll be winning the elections by a record margin this time.
But you're switching parties, in this case also switching sides. Is it because of a sense of betrayal by your former allies or party members? Is there something else at play here?
Well, definitely there is a sense of betrayal, a sense of this, because I'll be honest with you, since the last 2.5 years, every leader of the Congress party has been telling me that, nahi beta, koi aur seat dekh lo, look at another seat, Uddhav ji is been eyeing your seat, look at Versova, why don't you fight Baikala? So I said, why would I go to any other seat where I've been working hard in Bandra East? And that's exactly why my father also was very frustrated and disgruntled with the party, that why, after giving so many years to the party, are they asking me to contest on a different seat while I'm the sitting MLA there? So I kept asking my questions, that why should I be shifting the parties, and why are you giving into the pressures of SSUBT, who's not even your natural ally? And they probably think SSUBT is their friend, but I'd like to believe otherwise, and I think Congress will know in due time that SSUBT is a far more dangerous enemy than anybody, because they are, you know, been trying to portray themselves as close to the Congress party, but they're actually harming the party more. And Mahavikas Aghadi, during this time of grief for my family, also did try to play politics with me. The hypocrisy was at its level best, and you know, they tried to tell me, a lot of leaders came to my house, told me that, no, we'll make sure everything is unopposed, or you don't take any decision, we'll make sure nothing is happening. And then randomly SSUBT announces a candidate, and then they tell me that I have done something wrong. I joined the party after my seat was given to an ally partner. So why am I supposed to just sit at home and watch them take my seat and the trust that people you know, have instilled in me?
Right. Also, a couple of other comments that I'd like to ask you, that a couple of controversies that happened, because you have commented about experiencing communalism within the Congress, as well as there have been instances of body shaming that you endured during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Do you think all of this also was a factor, somewhere playing out at the back of your mind?
See, to be honest, I don't know. See, I'm a person who likes to call a spade, and if something has happened to me, I would like to say it. I don't have anything against the Congress party per se, other than the fact that they give in so easily to SSUBT alliance. And of course, the body shaming incident which happened to me did happen, with some people at the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and many Congress leaders saw it happen as well. I mean, they probably say it otherwise, but they know it, and everyone has a conscience, and everyone has to answer God. And yeah, I don't know, whatever I've said, I always stick by it, because I've never really targeted anyone. I've always said that I respect Rahul Gandhi ji, I respect Kharge ji, but for some reason, what we think and what we want to speak never really reaches there, and all the people in the middle, they come up with nonsensical statements like the fact that they expelled me, and the fact that the false statement that I have done something and this and that. So maybe our voice doesn't reach the high command, and the gap between Maharashtra and Delhi is so wide that Congress is the one who's suffering because of it.
Right. One question though that I must ask you is that in the recently concluded Lok Sabha polls, the BJP-led Mahayuti displayed a comparatively poorer performance, winning only 17 out of the 48 seats. In terms of leads in assembly segments, the MVA led in 153 seats, Mahayuti was leading in 126 seats, while the majority mark in the assembly is 145. Do you think that the MVA this time has an edge over the Mahayuti?
See, I don't know about, I'll be honest with you, I've barely gotten any sleep in the last 2 weeks since my father lost his life. The numbers you're talking to me are actually sounding Greek to me, because I don't know much about what's happening around Maharashtra, around the country. I know my father has lost his life, and I have somehow gathered the courage to fight my constituency. So for right now, I know that I'm contesting Bandra East, and I'll be winning by a record margin. I wouldn't like to comment on the rest of the state and the alliances.
Zeeshan Siddique, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us on Times Now and speaking so candidly, not just about the tragic events surrounding your father's death, but also about politics and your own political future in Maharashtra politics. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Keep us in your prayers. Thank you.